Good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. If you like Lego or alt brick builds, you come to the right place because that's what we do. And today we have kind of an interesting one for you, and it might actually even be a little controversial. So let's dig right in. For you today, we have the Cullen House, brought to you by Mind Spring. Who's Mind Spring, you might ask? I'd like to know also. No idea. Some Chinese company that popped up out of nowhere probably, and somehow through who knows what is able to produce this set. Before we get into the actual details of this build, we have to talk about how this build even exists to begin with. So if you follow new Lego sets, or you keep track of sets that might be coming out, or if you follow the Lego Ideas program, you may know that a Cullen House was submitted going on a couple of years ago by a builder who goes by the name of Lobster Thermidor. I think his real name is Nick. Anyway, so you can see from this screenshot right here that on February 3rd, 2023, Lobster Thermidor successfully got 10,000 supporters basically for his mock to become a Lego Ideas set. Really cool, okay? So that was back February 3rd, 2023. And we didn't hear a whole lot, and we haven't heard a whole lot until recently, where the set should be coming out on February 1st, 2025. I am filming this December 31st, 2024. So what I'm giving you right now is just the knowledge that I have and the knowledge that is available online. So I, again, can hardly wait for the real Lego set to come out, and it's going to be really cool. So what you might be wondering is, did this Mind Spring company just blatantly copy this idea by Lobster Thermidor? I can tell you safely that no, they didn't. If you look at this side-by-side comparison, which you should be seeing right now, you can see that the Lobster Spring mock and the Mind Spring set that I'm reviewing today are pretty different. The number of windows are different, the interior spaces are different, the garage door is different, the landscaping looks quite a bit different. So you can't say that the Mind Spring review that I'm doing today, that this build is a blatant ripoff, brick by brick copy. It just isn't. Now, would this set, however, exist if not for Lobster Thermidor and his build? I mean, probably not. I doubt this Mind Spring company came up with this idea all on their own, right? But certainly, when Lego gave this set the green light to go ahead and build, I'm sure somebody in China, got on this and decided to go ahead and build it. Now, to my knowledge, I don't think Lobster Thermidor ever put out building instructions or plans or a part list or anything like that, which probably explains why this is not a brick-by-brick copy of his design. But again, would this one exist without his? Probably not. And to be honest with you, here's a couple of pictures of the real house. And frankly, neither one is super accurate to the real house. They kind of are accurate in spirit, but again, it's building bricks, right? What are you gonna do? We purchased this set from Amazon in September of 2024, so we've been holding on to it for a while. We just haven't gotten around to building it, and hearing that the Lego one was going to be coming out in February of 2025 kind of prompted us to go ahead and do a review on this. This set comes in at about 867 pieces. You can see from this screenshot right here that it's anticipated that the Lego version will have 2,001 pieces. So more than double the amount of pieces, so that is really exciting. And it's supposed to come in, I believe, at about $220. We might be getting a either larger or more detailed version of what Lobster Thermidor put out there, so that's going to be really exciting. So before we get into the review of this Mind Spring Cullen House set, I just do have to ask the question and throw it out there. I have no, and I don't pretend to have any knowledge of Lego's design process, what they have to do to create a new set, It seems, however, that 2 years is a long time from when a project is given the green light to when it actually might start to hit the shelves. And it would have been nice to have this set out sooner, basically. But again, I don't know what they have to go through. Maybe they had to create some molds for some new proprietary pieces that were going to go into their set. I literally don't know. But 2 years just seems like an awfully long time. And it does give their competition plenty of opportunity to jump into the game ahead of time. So it just is kind of interesting. Maybe you have some knowledge of it. Put it in the comments below, because I'm coming from a literal place of ignorance when it comes to how LEGO does go through this process and why it does take so long. 2 years, again, is a really long time. And I know people have been excited about this set for a while. So now that that is all said and done, let's actually start talking about this set. And I've got some bad news for y'all. It's pretty good. I was literally hoping it wasn't going to be good at all. I was literally hoping that from this, whatever company this is, Mind Spring, which you hit on their storefront on Amazon, and it goes to like 5 sets that half of them aren't even named after them. Again, who knows where this company came from? If it is a company, maybe it's a shell company for something, who knows? When you Google Mind Spring, at least I couldn't find anything at all about the company. The paperwork, the box gives 0 information. The instructions, normally you'll see a bunch of information on the front or the back, copyright this, and blah, 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 nothing at all. So really, really weird, but some things that we've come maybe to expect out of China from time to time. Having said all that, I think they use Go bricks on this because the bricks are good quality, comparable to what I've seen with Funhole and some of the other brands. They stuck together well. The design was pretty good. There's a couple of times when I was building the second story that it didn't have enough support underneath it. So every time you put new stuff down, it would flex a lot. I had to get my fingers underneath there to kind of compress it. But it's a good design. It was a fun build. It's full of good interior details, like a kitchen and a little operating room or whatever. Sorry, I don't know a ton about. It's been years since I've seen the Twilight movies. But all in all, for 876 pieces for $73, it actually is a really nice build. Perhaps I misspoke earlier. It's 864 pieces. My bad, I keep getting my numbers confused. You know, I forgot to mention this earlier. Amazingly enough, there were no missing pieces either. When you build enough alt brick sets, you start to get, I think, what we can all call missing piece anxiety. Like, you just know there's going to be missing pieces. And that hasn't happened too often with us. It's actually happened more often with some more of the mainstream alt brands than it has from these like one-off companies that, again, God knows where they come from. So that was kind of nice. All the pieces were there and they fit together well. I really do think that they're Go bricks, which are pretty nice quality. Now, another thing that you get with this build are 2 little cars. Very little. They easily could have left those out, saved a couple of bucks, but they're whatever. So the front looks really nice. One detail that they got correct is this angle right here. The real house has that angle. And I'm not sure, I really can't tell from the LEGO Ideas Lobster Thermidors build if that angle is in there or not, but I was wondering if they were gonna get that, and they got that really well. The garage door, let's see if I can open it. Does open. Yep. Garage door opens and your cars probably fit right in there. Here we go, we'll just put you right in there. So that's kind of a cool little feature. Will that one fit in? Yep, that one fits in too. Put you away. The front looks really nice. And again, a lot of details, a lot of windows, of course, in this. And the back area is open. I'm not a big fan of open back areas, but for this it works pretty well. So you've got your bedroom with your cat. You've got the, whatever this is, operating room or whatever they do. Again, I apologize, I'm not a Twilight expert. There's the cars in the garage, 2 staircases. Got our living room with a open bar, that's nice. Got a little radio there, a couch. The kitchen, it's really hard to see, but the range right there is one of the best brick-built ranges or ovens that I've ever seen. The way they did it together, they could have actually, you can see the red right there, that's a burner. It would have actually been better if they would have put a few more of those in, and it would have looked like a much bigger stove. So they did a nice job with that. And we have a bookshelf with a coffee. And anyway, just some nice little details. Nice little details in here for sure. You also have your deck on the side here. Oh, and see, I've got some space there. Yep, can't really compress it right away. Nice little outside deck again. Coffee, a little chair. You could easily put some minifigs in here if you wanted to. There's the kitchen from the outside with the sink. They didn't really put a sink, but they do have the faucet there. But that is it. It is a, again, for $73, and maybe you can even get it on sale. It's a very nice build, and it was actually a fun build. I really enjoyed it. Leave us some comments. What are your thoughts on this? You know, should this set even exist? Are you excited for the Cullen House, for the Lego one? I certainly am. You know, we're going to get our hands on it as soon as we can, come February 1st, and maybe we'll do a side-by-side comparison. Really think it's going to be awesome. If it's coming in at $220 and 2001 pieces, the Lego version of this should be really awesome. I'm really excited to see that. So hey, if you like what you saw today, please hit that subscribe. We got a lot more content coming up. Give us a like, leave us a comment. We'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.